Raju, Gen AI is kind of last season, as Gen Z would put it. Agentic AI is the new buzzword, and you all are getting into that bandwagon, if I may say so. So, what are you trying to sort of address or solve with Agentic AI that earlier wasn't possible with the kind of AI that you had across your devices?
So, Ramaku, thank you for having me on the show. And I think so it's a very interesting question. We've got a very enterprising and bubbling India out there, right? And I think so it's an India that actually looks forward to much more than what they actually, what meets their eye. They actually, and that's what probably that's what Agentic AI probably brings on the table. It's the third generation of Samsung smartphones that we have launched, which is AI capable. And I think so with the S26, series, the insight that we have actually picked up is that uh, in the new gen consumers, they actually do not want the hassle of going through various steps. And I think so that's the insight that's actually helped us build the architecture around the S26 series.
Right.
And while this is just the beginning, and it's a very big tectonic shift in the way smartphones are going to be used or are going to be leveraged by the Gen Z and the larger tech population overall.
And Raj, for the benefit of folks out there who aren't very well versed with agentic AI, could you perhaps tell us about some interesting use cases that agentic AI coming on board would offer them, which, let's say, last year wasn't available at their fingertips?
So, what internal data actually showcases, the insights that we get from the internal data that we pick up from consumers. While large part of consumers use AI, not many of them are very comfortable with it, right? They find it extremely tough to use, and because of the steps. I think so. Some of the interesting features or interesting aspects that the consumers would like is the now nudge, right? Where the next time that we meet, Ramako, is that, and when we need to, probably we are meeting in San Francisco now, we meet in your studio the next time, and probably our calendars need not actually, we don't need to speak to each other too much. Probably our calendars will talk to each other, and we'll find our space for the next meeting. So these are the insights which actually will help build convenience for consumers, effortless ways of aligning various objectives and various streams of lines of thoughts or alignments that are there.
Correct. Like you said, Raju, this implies planning, reasoning, execution, sort of aligning calendars and so on, right? So, curious to know how much of that intelligence now happens on the device versus the cloud.
So at Samsung, we believe in collaboration and openness, and I believe that's where the art of the hybrid AI. That's what we built on the S26 series, which is our integration with Gemini, which actually creatively leverages the Gemini learnings, and of course the strengths there, and of course the hardware capabilities around on the on device hardware leverages. So both of them put together delivers the best AI agentic AI for us. And of course, with that, privacy is going to be extremely important, because openness also has got its own constraints. So at
Absolutely.
Samsung, we've got a 3-layered approach in case of building a very strong privacy there. You've got the personal data, engine, which actually helps consumers, helps keep the fragmented information on the device itself secure. Keep is another structured, guardrail that we have built in, which is the Knox Enhance encrypted engine protection, and of course the Knox Vault. So these are some of the areas where we are actually building in a very strong privacy there. And of course, the privacy display is another beautiful new feature that we have built into the S26 series, where it is at the hardware at the hardware level. There is a huge innovation that's been done at pixel level management, in driving the privacy so that consumers are empowered to manage their devices. And gone are the days of shoulder surfers, because we work at cafes, bank at public spaces, and so on and so forth. So I think so a lot of things built into this product as such.
Right. And you spoke about privacy, Raju. So from a privacy and latency standpoint, is on-device becoming a competitive advantage, you'd say, rather than just a technical choice?
So on-device AI is important, and it's also important to leverage the LLM built over a period of time through the cloud intelligence. So I think so it's a integration of both, the on-device as well as the cloud information that we are able to build in here.
And we love use cases, we love anecdotes. So give us one sort of real life scenario where there's something that simply wasn't possible before, but now with all the AI advancement, whether it's agentic or otherwise, that is now possible and at your fingertips, which simply wasn't possible before.
So two of them, which is very interesting. One is yesterday we were with our partners from India here for the launch. And the last time we came here, we took back a lot of memories from here at San Francisco, and we were here for the S25 launch. And there was nothing much to be done. I think so. The inputs helped us get the right moment. So I think so. The photo assist is a very important new feature that we have built in here. The AI call screening also is a very interesting, aspect of what consumer use cases are built around, is where it screens the spam calls out and only filters and passes through the calls that is most required for you. So I think so these are some of the key features that will help enable consumers to take or use their phones as true AI agents.
Yeah, I also found this other feature that you all have introduced, where the scanning feature, basically, where you can scan multiple documents and turn it into one PDF.
Yes.
Now, of course, there are apps, etc., out there, but it just sometimes makes it inconvenient. And when you are in a bit of a rush, then you sort of go looking for which app to use and so on. So I think that's a nifty feature that you all have got. You did speak about guardrails. When AI agents sort of start coordinating across apps, does the smartphone effectively become an operating layer above applications?
So gone are the days when I think so. It's a layer below the applications, right? It aggregates the information. The apps are available, but it aggregates the information across various apps to give you the necessary outcome. And I think so. It's an outcome-based agent rather than an input-based agent.
Right. And from an enterprise sort of a lens, phones are now kind of for a while now looked at your primary productivity device, right? So how do you see agentic AI kind of change that for how professionals use smartphones?
So interesting. I think the entire shift is going to happen. I think so. That's as I mentioned before, it's more outcome-based productivity device, and I think so. That's where the agentic AI on the S26 actually will build in.
Right. And Raju, what does this mean for developers and partners? Do apps now need to be designed for AI collaboration rather than just user interaction?
So for the developers, I think so. We will continue to work with various developers and leverage leverage them so that we are able to build it into the overall ecosystem there.
Okay, two-part question to end. So if agentic AI does succeed in the way we're all sort of envisaging it, does the smartphone remain an app-centric device, or does it evolve into like a personalized AI operating system? So that's one part. And the other is, 3 years from now, Raju, what will people find surprising about how they used phones before the agentic AI era?
So the first one is that on the on the AI, I think consumers will start looking for smartphones which are largely led to drive outcomes, and I think so that's where it will come. And 3 years from now, it will. I'm not sure whether it will be smartphones anymore, right? It will be largely AI phones, so that consumers will look at not applications, but they will look at integrating solutions that will help integrate all the apps together below the surface for the necessary outcome.
Wonderful. Raju, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.